To wake up with. I am extra excited about today. I want you to know I am extra excited about today because this topic today is an area I really struggled with. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. But what I want to do is I want to start out with shout outs. And if you are brand new and you've never been on Wake Up Wednesday before, my name is Jennifer Dowd. I am one of your Blue Diamond leaders. I love what I do. I've been at Ternant for 9.5 years. This industry has changed my life, but more importantly, Ternant has changed my life. And so, what I love to do starting out is just have any of you share about something you're excited about with Ternant. Anything. It could be a health, it could be a product testimony, it could be a new promotion in your team. You could shout out somebody in your team that's done something amazing, an aha moment you had this week. But how this is going to go is you'll just unmute yourself, you'll share for a minute or two, and then we'll pass it on to whoever else is hot. And we'll just do this for just the first few minutes. So if you're hot, unmute your line, you guys, and we would love to hear from you. Actually, let me mute the line first so we don't have any background. Okay, now we're muted. So now you can unmute yourself. But I would love to hear from you. Anybody that is hot? Anybody have a share this morning? If you don't have one, oh, I love it. Okay, Marcianne, take it away, girl. What do you got?
I have Jeannie. She's actually just joined on Saturday, I think it was, Friday or Saturday, and she already sponsored her first new person. And I'm pretty sure both Jeannie and her new person are on this call today. So I just wanted to give it to Jeannie and her new person, Lori.
All right, I love it. Jeannie, are you on here? Jeannie, if you're on, you can unmute yourself. Let me see if I see Jeannie. Let me see. Do I see her?
And she's
Nope.
she's a stand-up comedian.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
I'm.
I love that, Jeannie. Jeannie, do you have any tips you want to share with us? What you said to these people that you brought to the party that got them excited to look at Trinot? Any little tips or tricks either you or Marcianne want to share with everyone?
I handcuffed her and said she's not getting out till she joins my team. So I mean, no, she just. I know she knew the product. I learned that she knew the product and asked her, "Hey, let's join. You want to join a Zoom?" And she did. So wasn't really anything. I'd love to say it was some long drawn out thing that I had to beg her, but no, she was ready.
Okay, so I'm guessing it was your excitement then.
And following the systems, already following, plugging into the
You
systems.
call it excitement. Marcianne calls me. What'd you call me? A lot of energy.
She has
I
fun
love it.
energy.
Marcianne already doctored me up for you or tenderized me for you, Jeannie.
She did. She did. It's a team effort.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Well, welcome, Lori. Welcome,
Thank you.
Jeannie. I just want y'all to know that Jen Lori actually called me last night and told me all about you, Jeannie. I already know who you are to some degree.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, you're great. You're great. But Jen Lori is very excited about you. I just want you to know that. So that's awesome.
I just think she's amazing.
She is. You're working with some of the best in the entire industry. Lucky you. So I love it.
They already told me I have to do comedy with them when we go to Vegas next year. So
Oh, you have to. You have to. I agree. I agree. I think we should start off a Zoom with some comedy next time.
oh geez, I'm in trouble.
Hey, you could have a whole new like comedy subject just with network marketing. Just give this about 2 months. You're going to have all new content. I promise you.
Well, actually, I don't know if she told you our first Zoom when I pretty much really met her. I was out here. I'm working on quitting, so no lectures, but we're talking about getting healthier and stuff. And I'm drinking a Coca-Cola and smoking a cigarette. I'm like, yeah, this is the best billboard for getting healthy.
See, this is what I'm talking about. New content, girl. I love it. I love it. That's amazing. Well, just so you know, I was eating Lorna Doone cookies last night while I was talking to Jen Lori about doing a 21-day health challenge. So I'm right with you. I am right with you. Okay, I love it. Thank you for the share. You guys are awesome. Anybody else have a shout out? Any shout outs?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
take it away, girl.
I'm going to add on. I had already planned to do this, but I'm going to add on to the awesomeness of Miss Jen Lori So I don't think we shout out our leaders enough. And Jen Lori is always there for us. Well, whether I'm in tears or I'm happy or whatever. And yesterday, she took like 20 minutes to help me finalize my business cards. And now I can breathe because I've been working on them about 3 weeks. And I was starting to get pretty, upset. And she's always there, calming us down, calming me down. I guess I can't speak for everybody else, but I just want to shout out to her for always being there for me. And yeah.
I love it, Christine. Jen Lori, I saw you just come in from the waiting room. Your team has been shouting your praises for the last 6 minutes, just so you know. So welcome to the party, Jen Lori. Okay, we have Brenda Norberg that I see that has been on the road for like 18 hours. Brenda, I am so happy to see your face, by the way. Huge effort to be on here after driving so far. We love you. Okay, do we have one more shout out? And then we're going to go into training. Anybody else have a shout out? I feel like somebody else has one. Anybody else have one that you want to share? Yes, Rocio, take it away, girl.
First of all, shout out to my whole team that continues plugging along with the Spanish market. And shout out to you, Jen, for being our special guest last night. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, you are amazing.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to you. I was actually watching you thinking how you are spearheading this whole Latino movement. And I was like, Rocio, you're amazing. It doesn't matter if one or two Spanish speakers show up. You are there every Tuesday night making it happen for everybody in Trinant that has anybody that speaks Spanish. You guys, if you do not know, Rocio presents every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in Spanish. And she has made so many of our assets Spanish happy. And so we're so proud of you. We love you so much. And I see Perla coming in, and I see that I want to shout out Perla too, because Perla
And
Vivi, yep,
and
Perla and
Rita
Vivi, yep, they're coming in. And I just want to let Perla and Vivi know, like, you're pioneering a whole new marketplace. And so I'm super excited for you. Anyway, I'm proud of all of you. I could just sit here and shout all of you out. We're going to get right into training. I am super, super passionate about what I'm training about today, because it's all about going from invisible to irresistible online. And so what I want all of you to know that some of you might not know is I have been in the industry for almost 20 years. Darren and I built our first 8 figures of income in network marketing, being living room legends, truly going around family room to family room, presenting in person. I can't even imagine the thousands of homes that we've been in, but I will tell you, no matter where we go around the United States, like, it's this many homes, and I'm really not kidding you. No matter where we go, I'm like, oh, I remember being in that neighborhood. Oh, I remember being in that. It's wild. I can't even imagine how many thousands of living rooms I've been in. I know Dr. Byron Nelson is logging on right now, and he had 1 million people in his downline in the company that I came from. I can't even imagine the amount of living rooms he's been in. Jen Lori, I know she's been a living room legend. Believe it or not, Sonara Brown was a living room legend for years. I mean, I could go on and on with the people. Rocio, many of us. Rudy's on here. He was a living room legend. Okay. So we all, many of us, we started our career that way. And then when we came to Trinant, believe it or not, the Dowds and Diebels built to Blue Diamond, being living room legends again, building in hotel rooms and living rooms. We built all the way to Blue Diamond that way. We tapped a tiny bit into doing Zooms, but there was no real social media building. I would say we were shouting people out online. But the real story is, when we came to Trinant, we got sued for leaving our other company and coming to Trinant. And so we could not promote our business online. And so we really had to do everything in living rooms again. And so here's what happened. I just want to let you know kind of where my transfer came is in 2020, when the world shut down. I freaked out. I was like, holy crap, like, our business is going to die. And I remember, no, you guys, I was scared to death. I'm like, I don't even know how we make this continue to go. Crazy story is, Bree Richardson, who is an executive Blue Diamond in Trinant, joined our team about a month before the world shut down. And the only way she knew how to build was online. She was terrified when I told her that I built in person, because she's like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how to do that. And we just laughed. We're like, we're going to teach each other our greatest hits, right? But I really remember, like, I remember being so desperate, you guys. I kneeled down on the floor in my office, crying, like begging God to please, like calm me down because I was in so much panic about possibly losing my business over this online build thing because I really didn't even know what I was doing. And so I just remember like having a sense of peace come over me. And I wouldn't say I heard any audible voice, okay? But what I felt in my heart is, you know what? I am going to use this to help you reach more people than you've ever reached before. You need to trust me and you need to be willing to learn something new. And so what I want you to know is from
Are
that point.
we recording, Mrs.?
Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, we are. We are. Yeah, we are. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank
Thank
you, Rocio, for keeping me
you.
on point, girl. Um, but what ended up happening is I just had to decide to learn something new. And I believe it was in 2021 or 2022. I mean, Bree taught me a lot of things. And then in 21 or 22, I can't remember which year, but it was one of those years. Mindy and I went to Justin Prince Mastermind. He had like 10 people there. He had called me and he's like, Jen, I am dying that you're not online. You have built so much business in this industry. Like, we need you online. You got to get online. And so we went to learn how to do things online from him. And then fast forward, okay, this is when so we started doing a lot of Zooming. We started doing Facebook groups, all that kind of started. Can you imagine us not even having Facebook groups? Like that was a real thing. And then no testimony groups for real. Jeff and Kat started our very first Facebook group in Trinant. They started what is now Health, Wealth, and Travel. And then I went to so let me just say this. I got to give you a little backdrop. I am letting you know I was one of the people that was watching everybody online, the John Miltons of the world, the people going, ew, yuck. I never want to be that. Like, I don't want to be spammy. I don't want to be selling my friends. I don't want people looking at me going, oh, look what Jen's doing. No, can you believe that I had made millions of dollars in network marketing? And I was like, I don't want to be one of those people online. And then we had a guy come and do a sermon series. It was like a special weekend conference at church. Write this book down. It's called Born to be Extraordinary. One of the best books I've ever read. By the way, for leadership, for everything, for building business online, like just go read it. I will say this though, and wherever you are and whatever you believe, I honor it and I love you. Okay. But if you do believe in God, that book will really take you to a place with leadership. But basically, what his message was is listen, he was resistant. He had gone and done all these revivals in arenas with like hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. I can't remember what his name is, but he's kind of famous in the, in the religious world anyway, or in the revival world. But here's my point is he was being resistant to building online. And he said, all of a sudden, and I wish I had the book right here with me because I would quote it. He said it so good, but he realized no inventor would ever invent something to not be as effective as it could be in its environment. And he said he had an aha moment when he realized God had created him and caused him to come to earth in this period of time, knowing full well that we would be in the place in technology in our world where we are, and that his voice was meant to be heard exactly the way it was online. And so he started using social media for revival. And he shared how he had like 600,000 baptisms. Okay, if you don't believe in this, trust me, this is not to offend. I love you. I love you. I love you. I just want you to know that somebody's results in their environment exploded on social media. Okay. But he had 600,000 baptisms. I want to say, I can't remember. It was a very short amount of time. And he realized, oh my gosh, I can be in India, Australia, the UK, Asia. I can be everywhere at one time online. And so that is what actually changed it for me, believe it or not, was his little thing. And so I'm still always trying to get better and better, you guys. I'm always studying to get better and actually getting this ready, getting this training ready. I'm going to go revamp all my social media. I'm super, super, like, I don't think I've ever been more excited about online. You're going to see something completely different out of me starting today. And I'm super, super excited. But these are just some stats that I think you guys might love. Okay. So these are stats about social selling. This is why every one of us has got to be online and hitting it as hard as we can. Salespeople who use social selling are 51% more likely to meet their sales quotas compared to those who don't. That means you're going to have 51% more production if you're using social selling. Companies with a consistent social selling process are 40% more likely to hit revenue goals than those without. Social selling generates 45% more sales opportunities than traditional sales channels. Is that crazy? 75% of BTB buyers use social media to research vendors before even contacting them. Okay, next. More than 5.65 billion people use the internet worldwide. In 2025, there are 5.42 billion social media users globally. Social media advertising spend is projected to reach $276.7 billion in 2025. Okay. So I just wanted you to hear these stats because if you are not using it, it's crazy. In the world of social selling, currency, visibility is currency. Your visibility is going to be your currency in network marketing, but credibility is the mine you dug for it. Okay. So today is all about how are we going from being invisible to irresistible online. This training, okay, and if you already are amazing at social media, then maybe you just hear one or two things on here that snazzes things up for you, okay? But I really wanted to make this training for people who are more like me, that have built in person, that are maybe in a little bit of a struggle with like, how do I really get my social media to pop? Like, how do I really make it happen? What do I need to do? And kind of what do I need to tweak in my thinking to make this thing crank? Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, when we launched Activate, I did a big push. And those of you who are with me, then you know I did a giant push. I decided what I was going to master was one thing. I was going to master my stories. I was actually good on my posting. I've been good on my posting for many years, but I was like, okay, I'm going to master stories. I was playing with reels a little bit, but I'm like, no, I'm just going to master my stories and get really good at that. So for 90 days, I posted, I let people see my face and I talked into the camera on my stories, and I did it for 90 days straight. And I talked about Activate, but I used Activate. And so we'll talk about that in just a minute. My story views went from 200 a story to 2,000. Okay. And I recruited and got so many customers from that. I mean, people were literally coming to me. And that's what we want to create. Now, if I'd been doing it on Reels, my reach would have been way bigger. But I at least got going on something. And so start somewhere. Start somewhere. And if you want to go huge, and I'm looking at Rudy right now, for whatever reason, Rudy, you are feeling highlighted to me on my page. You already know how to do this. And if any of you have built offline, I'm telling you, you already know how to do online. I'm going to teach you how to transfer your offline to online today. Okay. So we're going to get right into this stuff. And if you're ready and you're excited to learn, then I want you to put in the comments right now in the chat, I'm ready. I'm ready to level up in this area. I'm ready to kill it and take my business to the next level. I am telling you, if you are stuck right now and you will commit to do the things that I teach you today, you're going to experience some different things. Okay. So here we go. First of all, we've got to start with your brand pillars. We've got to start with your brand. So we're going to talk about one of the most important pieces of building online or building an online presence, and that is your brand pillars. It's also known as your content buckets. So this is the part where everything starts to make sense for people who are like me, who are feeling overwhelmed or unsure about what to post. When you know what your brand pillars are, you always know exactly what to share. You're always going to know. You're never going to be confused. Okay. Your brand pillars are simply, and if you're not taking notes, please take notes. Please take notes. Okay. Your brand pillars are the 3 to 5 themes that your entire online presence is going to revolve around. Okay. You're going to have 3 to 5 themes. Everything you do online is going to revolve around these. These are the things that you want people to associate with you immediately. Okay. So, really quick, I want to just, I want you guys to just feel free to unmute for a second. I want to know, what do you think of when I say the name Jen Lori? What do you think of because of what you see with her online? Go. Ready, set, go.
Yeah.
Unmute.
Entrepreneur.
Health, entrepreneur.
Okay. Say it again, Rudy.
Health knowledge.
Health and knowledge. Okay, good, good. And the reason I'm saying that is because she has done an amazing job of staying in her lane. We know what to expect from Jen. Okay. So, brand pillars, write this down. This is why brand pillars matter. Brand pillars create identity, consistency, and trust. They're actually going to help your audience understand who you are and what you bring to their life. So somebody tell me, what does Jen bring to your life?
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Trust.
What else? What's Jen bringing to your life, guys? What else?
Love.
Trust. Inspiration. She inspired me to one day exercise.
I love that. Yep. Motivation. Anything else? I mean, she helps me understand why I don't want to do the naughty things that I like to do. Like eating things with dyes in them. Okay. Okay. So listen, when you get clear on your brand pillars, your content is going to become intentional and your audience will become loyal to you and your business becomes magnetic. Okay. So the 3 essential content buckets that every network marketer needs, let's break these down. We're going to break down your 3 buckets. Okay. There are 3 out of your 5 that should be non-negotiable buckets. 3 non-negotiables. Ready? Bucket number 1 is you. You are the first bucket, okay? That would be lifestyle and personal connection. I want you to write this down. This is where people fall in love with you as a human. Yes, you do want people to fall in love with you as a human. This is going to include behind the scenes, family, faith, food, fitness, your routines, all the real life moments, okay? So for Jen, I want you to, I'm just using Jen because she's on here and I think everybody sees her so we can all kind of relate to this. I want you to know I love when she educates us, but I live for her behind the scenes. Isn't that funny? When she really gets me, like I go to her because of, I want to get education. Like I will go to her page to find something that I can use. Jen, now you know, okay? But when I really get addicted to her thing is when she's sharing family, faith, food, fitness, her routines, all of her real life moments, because I love her as a person, okay? So this bucket is going to make people trust you. It makes people feel like they know you. And we all know that people buy from who they know, like, and trust. That's who they buy from. Okay. So examples that you could use in this bucket, your morning routine, a walk. Rudy, I keep telling you, give us your gym, show yourself at the gym, devotional, errands. If you have kids, it could be a funny toddler moment, something you're learning with anything, something you're learning, a personal story or lesson. Okay. Those are all good things to share in that bucket. And we could go over a million other ones, but you can think about that a little bit. Okay. Bucket number 2 is all about value. Okay. And this is going to be what you teach or help with. So what are you teaching people or what are you actually helping them with? And this is the content that's going to position you as someone worth following. So the first bucket gets them to know you, like you, and trust you. But this is the content that positions you as someone worth following. Value would be anything that helps people solve a problem. Okay. So I want you to think about what problem can you help people solve, or what problem have you solved that somebody else would pay money to be able to solve for themselves? Okay. So it's anything that helps people solve a problem. So I'm going to give you some examples. Wellness tips, intronaut wellness tips, recipes, organization hacks, beauty or skincare tips, mindset or motivation lessons, product education done simply. Okay. This bucket is where your authority grows. It's where it grows. And I want you to know, yesterday I did an online Tony Robbins training. And one of the biggest things I took away from Tony Robbins yesterday is he said that we make things too hard. As business owners, we make things too hard, and we need to choose easy. Because what happens, especially with A-type personalities, we end up not doing something because we want it done perfect. And he said we need to all be okay with 80% being enough and being good enough and being great, actually. He said 80% should be great. It should be great. Okay. So I want you to think about that. Don't worry about the perfection or, oh my gosh, I don't know quite enough to be really good at teaching that. No, just get out there and do it. Just do it. So many times I've been guilty of, oh my gosh, my hair's not done, my robe's on, my blah, 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 blah. Okay, now, yes, listen, I don't want you to show up looking homeless all the time. That is not my point. And sometimes I do show up looking a bit homeless. It's okay to do that. Sometimes it lets people know you're real. But the point is 80% of perfection is enough. You don't have to be perfect. Just get out there and do it. Just do it. Anything is better than nothing. Another thing I learned from him yesterday is how important leverage is. We need to figure out what we can do where the input produces 7 times the output. And that's one of the reasons that social selling is so big, because you're putting in, but think about how many people are seeing you. It's the ultimate leverage. It's the ultimate leverage when we share online. So, okay, we'll talk more about Tony Robbins another day. That's really not my point today, but that was a couple of things that I did learn yesterday. Okay. So bucket 2 is where your authority grows. Bucket number 3, business and product, but in a warm, relational kind of way. Okay. Try to be warm and relational. This is where you softly weave in your business. So no spam, no graphics, not join my team. We're talking story-based sharing. Okay. So story-based sharing, I'm going to just go a little deeper here before I continue. Listen. Remember that curiosity marketing is some of the most powerful marketing you have. Okay. If you give them everything, they don't want more. And what you really want is you want to get in a conversation with them. So if you tell them too much, there's no reason for them to come to you and get in a direct message and have a conversation with you. Okay. So anytime that you can not be spammy, not share graphics, not join my team, okay, you're gonna get some people's interest that might, if you showed graphics, just not even continue reading. Okay. I'm not saying you can never do that. But listen, I have a lot of friends online that if I don't start with a graphic, they'll read. And I want to capture the people that aren't in my team yet. That's what I want to capture. So when I can talk about why I started in network marketing, or what the products have actually done for me personally, or customer transformations. And by the way, make sure they are compliant, and make a note, compliant on there. Never claim to heal, treat, or cure anyone or anything. Okay. You can say, this is how they're feeling. They were feeling this. Now they're feeling that. I'll give you an example. We had a gal, her name was Janet. She had lupus. You guys, our products got her out of bed and living again. So we used to always say, listen, Janet no longer has fevers. She doesn't have any swelling in her body. We use swelling instead of inflammation. She doesn't have fevers. Listen, this has not cured her of lupus. She still has lupus, but she is not experiencing any symptoms from her lupus. Okay. So make sure you stay compliant. Another thing you can share in this bucket, a day in the life of working from your phone. We all forget, people that have a real job, they don't really know what the experience of is like working from our phone. Show them where you're working from. You know how inspiring that is to somebody that has to go to an office every day to show that you're going to the park in the middle of the day. I remember telling Jeff Belleville, oh my gosh, you live on this amazing property. You look at a river every day. You guys go on walks every day. You're playing with your dog. You're playing with your bees. Show us that. Everybody wants to see that. Show a peek at your team culture. Show behind the scenes of mentorship. What does it look like to be mentored by you? Okay, this bucket, this one is planting seeds. Okay, so you're planting seeds. You're not pushing people. You're planting seeds, not pushing people. Okay, now let's talk about how does it all come together? Okay, how do we put it all together? If you only remember one thing from this portion of the training today, I want you to remember this. Your brand is this simply. Write this down. It's three things. Your brand is three things. It's what you love. It's what you give. Or, I'm sorry, it's what you live. It's what you love. It's what you live. And it's what you give. And I can't think of anybody better. And you guys, Jen Lori isn't everybody's brand. Like my brand looks different than Jen's. But Jen has done an amazing job of representing what she loves, what she lives, and what she gives. We all know it's very clear. She's done great with her buckets. Okay. So your three content buckets should come straight from number one, what you already naturally do. Okay. And I see Byron on here. I'm just leadership, coaching, wisdom, what he already does. Okay. What you already naturally do. Number two, what you already talk about. And number three, what people already come to you for. That should be what your buckets come straight from. Okay, the goal is to become predictably you. So if someone watched your content for 3 days straight, they should know exactly these four things. If you're taking notes, write them down. Who you are, what you stand for, what you help with, and this is maybe one of the most important ones. Number 4 is what transformation you're here to bring. So remember, when your content's predictable, you become unforgettable. When it's predictable, you become unforgettable. Your brand is not something you invent. It's actually something you uncover. Okay? It's not something you invent, it's something you uncover. It's actually you. You already are the brand. We're just going to unpackage it, okay? Okay? So you are the perfect package. We just got to get it out there and let people see it. Okay. Now, does anybody have a question on that part? Then we're going to move into stories, posts, and reels and how you're going to use each one of them. Everybody feel good on your pillars? Okay, good. All right, let's keep going here. Sorry, got you guys off my screen. Whoopsie. Okay, so why does social media marketing matter for a network marketer? Okay, so part 1, your social media profile is your digital storefront. That is your digital storefront. Most in-person builders, if they have not built online, they don't realize this yet. Social media, and so I'm going to really work hard to take you from in-person to online and help you understand that transfer and help you realize you're already amazing at social media, even though you don't know it, okay? Social media is the new handshake. It's the new first impression. Your profile is your billboard. We all have to imagine and guess that when anybody gets a prospect on the line with us, they're already looking at our profile. They're already looking at it. I should assume, Jen Lori should assume, Brenda Norberg should assume, Rudy should assume, Rocio should assume, all of us. We should all assume that as soon as somebody introduces us to somebody, whether it's on Zoom or by phone, they are in the background. That prospect is looking us up online. They're already looking at who we are. They're reading our profile. They're scrolling and checking us out to see if they like us. So you got to remember to make it look good. Okay. It's important that the profile looks good. So your profile picture, start there. It should be bright. It should be clear. It should be a headshot. You should be the only person in the photo. Your smile should look approachable. And we are talking no sunglasses, no car seats, no busy backgrounds. Okay. That's your profile picture. Your bio, it should answer three things really fast. Number one, who do you help? Number two, how do you help them? And number three, what they can do next, or what's the call to action. Okay. Who do you help? How do you help them? What they can do next, or call to action. So this is just an example. Okay. This could be Brenda helping busy women look and feel their best through simple daily habits. That could be her first bullet point. Second bullet point could be faith, family, wellness. Third bullet point could be DM info for my favorite wellness bundle. Okay. That's just an example of what somebody could do. Okay. Your highlights on Instagram. Okay. That's part of your profile on Instagram are your highlights. So think about your highlights as your website tabs. So you want to do you probably want to have a tab that's products, a tab that's product demos or education, a tab that's testimonials, a tab that's business lifestyle, an about me tab. Like I'm going to have a leadership tab. I'm going to have a network marketing education tab. Like I'll have some other tabs in there. Think about what your tabs are going to be. These should be clean, branded, and updated every month or so. Okay. Now, you want to understand the purpose of each content format. So this is where new online builders, in my opinion, they get a little bit confused. So different platforms are going to equal different purposes. So we're going to simplify this. I know if you're already amazing online, you'll be like, so boring, Jen, so boring. Okay. But this is for those of us who are working to grow in this area. So your stories equal relationship building. Okay. Your stories are your reality TV channel. That's what they are. Stories are where people are going to get to know you, like you, and trust you. So what are you going to post in stories? You're going to post behind the scenes, your morning routine, your kids, your pets, your errands. Do you know that kids and pets are that's what people love to see the most on stories. It is proven. Okay. Kids, pets, and errands. People like to be entertained, they like to be educated, and they like to be inspired. Remember that. So you can include that in your stories. You talking in the camera is a must on your stories. If you are not talking in the camera in your stories, you're missing the boat. Okay. Your product in real life, meaning you actually using the product, not just showing it. Screenshots of customer messages. I love when a customer messages me that they love my product. I love to post that in my stories. Polls, do questions, because it's going to get people in your direct messenger or your private messenger, which is going to allow you to have conversations in private messenger. That's what you're shooting for. You want to get people in private messenger. So ask questions, do polls, share your daily habits, do sneak peeks, all of that. So why do stories matter? They show real life, which makes you trustworthy. Okay. They warm the audience before you ever ask for the sale, and they build the para-social relationship, meaning they feel like your friend, even if you don't know them. All right. So here's a strategy for in-person builders. You are used to in-person connection. So stories are going to replace that. Okay. Your goal is to show up, write this down, in 5 to 10 frames a day. 5 to 10 frames a day, and talk to the camera 2 to 3 different times per day. I'm going to say it again. The goal here, if you want to be as effective as you can be in your stories, is to show up in 5 to 10 frames a day and talk to the camera for 2 to 3 times a day. Remember that your consistency is going to build familiarity. Okay. And that's what you want. You want people to see you and go, oh my gosh, there's Byron. Oh, what does he have to say today? I can't wait to hear him today. Okay. Or to log on and go, oh my gosh, every time I log on, all I see is Byron. There's Byron again. Oh, look. Hi, Byron. Oh, there's Byron. Okay. Your reels. Let's talk about your reels. Reels equal growth. Okay. So where your stories are your reality TV channel, reels are actually your advertising agency. They're your advertising agency. Reels are going to get you in front of new people that have never seen you before. When you make a reel 40% of the people that see that reel, as long as you have a public profile, have never even seen you before. So you might be in a reel, making Activate, taking it, talking about it, and you may be like, oh my gosh, I do this every single day. People are going to get so bored of seeing me do this. No, they're not. 40% of the people that are seeing it have never even seen you do it ever before. So if you want people to know what you do and who you are and what you represent, you better be doing it often, okay? So reels get you in front of new people. Stories nurture, they nurture the relationships that are there, but I want you to know reels are going to expand your reach. Okay. So what are you going to post in your reels? Oh my gosh, so many things. Okay. Make sure you're staying in your 3 pillars, but you could do quick product tips. You could do wellness hacks. You could do lifestyle reels. You could do faith, family inspiration. You could do leadership quotes or thoughts. You could do easy recipe reels. You could do before and afters. Just stay compliant in your language again. You could solve problems. So think of a problem and do a solution reel to that. You make sure you do, or you don't have to do this, but if you use trending sounds with value tied in, more people are going to see it. That's a big one. I actually made a reel of Katrina Jensen just coming up to me at our convention. I mean, literally all she did was come up to me, grab me under the arms and twirl me around. Okay. And I don't know why I thought that would be kind of fun to post. So I posted it. And so that would be showing probably culture and fun because we were at an event. But do you know that I looked at trending reels and I just used the number 1 trending reel that day. Do you know that 130,000 people saw that reel within 5 hours? I was like, what just happened? I think the most views I ever had was 18,000. Usually it's like 800 to 2,000 views. And no, I lost my mind. I'm like, that is crazy. That's what a trending sound will do for you. Okay. So do your homework. You guys treat this like a multi-million-dollar company. Look at what the trending reels are. Ask ChatGPT to give you a trending reel. You can, what I love is I can be like totally lame and be like, hey, I want to make a leadership reel. I love this one quote. Can you help me create a captivating reel with a hook and a call to action, trending hashtags, trending music? And it will tell me exactly what to put together. Okay. We don't even have to think about it. They snazz me up just like that. I'm like, oh, well, my word. Then I have to take the time to do it, but it does the thought processing for me. So I love that. If you're not using ChatGPT for your reels, that is very, very helpful in my life. Okay. Reel structures that convert. So number 1, you want to have a hook. So you could put, if you're tired of blank, do this. Okay. If you're tired of coffee crashes, do this. If you're tired of back pain, do this. If you're tired of trying to lose weight, do this. If you're tired of, I don't know, whatever. If you're tired of people ghosting you in network marketing, do this. I don't know, whatever. Just put something in there. If you're tired of having more month in income, do this. Okay, then you're going to give them the value. Give them a tip, a demo, or a mini teaching. And then, so you're going to do number 1, hook, number 2, value, and number 3, CTA, which is call to action. So your call to action on something like this could be comment info or save for later. Okay, anything like that. So strategy for all of you in-person builders. I want to fix you here. Rudy, you are comfortable already on camera. You talk to humans daily. Reels are simply the digital extension of your personality. You're already comfortable. It is simply the digital expression of your personality. If you talk to people every single day, you are camera ready. You're ready to go. Okay. Now let's talk about actual static posts. Static posts are authority plus clarity. This is your magazine. Okay. This is your magazine. All right. So remember, your stories are your reality TV show. Your reels are your marketing agency. Your posts are your magazine. So remember, posts don't disappear. They build your brand over time. So when people go to your profile and they scroll, these are all sticking, they're all there. So, what are you going to post? Value posts, faith and motivational posts, longer written captions can be done here. You can do storytelling here. You can do product breakdowns. You can do customer spotlights. You can do before and afters with lifestyle. Just make it compliant. You can show your family, your hobbies, your passions. But most important is your grid. When people go to your grid, like on Instagram where it shows everything, it should answer, do I get who she or he is? Do I trust her or him? And would I buy from her or him? Your grid should answer, do I get who she or he is? Do I trust him or her? And would I buy from him or her? If the answer is yes, then your profile is working. Okay. Make your profile work for you. So, part 3, strategy. How do in-person builders successfully shift to social media? Okay. I think the biggest fear for in-person leaders is, oh my gosh, I don't want to bother people or look salesy online. That was my thing. I'm so embarrassed that that was my thing. I fully embraced now. I just want you to know I fully embraced a long time ago. Everybody's selling online but me. That's what I finally decided. Okay. So here's your duplicatable shift. Move from feeling like you're broadcasting to conversational marketing. Okay. Instead of thinking, I'm saying, buy this, I want you to think, can I help you with this? Okay. So instead of buy this, do, can I help you with this? Your goal is to move people through a process. Write this down. You want to move them from reels to stories to direct messages or DMs to enrollment. That's the goal. In network marketing, that's the goal online. We're moving from reels to stories to private messages or DMs to enrollment. Okay. So I put up a story. I actually put up a story. It wasn't even a reel. Actually, I think I put up a post. I put up a post about our travel and our enrollment on the business being free. Then I went into my stories and I posted up an old video of me in Indonesia a year ago. Okay. Guess what? Brenda Hurley, who is one of my friends from ACN in 2007, this was a very long time ago, okay? And our kids actually went to school together. She got into my private message through my story because I said, who wants to save? And she said, I think I do. So she got into my private message. I went in there and I said, oh my gosh, Brenda, it's so good to hear from you. She said, Jen, I've always trusted you. I think it's my time to finally hear about what you're doing. I would love to work with you again. Okay. So then what I do, I sent her a 10-minute video. Guess what? We're enrolling her today. So it went from a post to a story to a DM to enrollment. That's what happened with her. So strategy number 2, you want to plant seeds daily. Online business is like farming. Okay. So I want you to think about your reels like your seeds. Your reels are your seeds. Your stories are watering your seeds. Okay. You're in your stories and you're just watering the seeds, which are your reels. And then your harvest is in your DMs, your direct messages or your private messages. So the more seeds, the bigger harvest. Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody getting all this? Okay, good. All right. So we're going to continue. Strategy number 3, social media is a skill set. Okay, remember, you didn't learn in-person network marketing overnight. You're not going to master social media overnight either, but do the Tony Robbins, be 80% okay. You're going to get better as you go. So post before you're ready to post, start messy, stay consistent. Remember that skills compound, okay? And then strategy number 4, do value-based selling. Remember, people buy online because they trust you, they relate to you, and you're helping them solve a problem. So make sure that when you're showing your products, I love, oh my gosh, there's so many people that I could talk about. I'm going to talk about Bree for a minute. I love watching Bree do Mojo. She talks about Mojo every single day. Bree Richardson does, but she's actually making it to partake in it. She's not just showing her Mojo and going, hey, this is my coffee. This is what it does. She shows herself making it. I am so intrigued with her fingernails. Like literally, I watch for them and her creamer. I want to know what creamer is she doing, and I want to know what cup she's using. Is that so stupid? But I'm into her Mojo making, and I want to hear what she has to say for the day. So she's showing her life with the product, not her life about the product. Does that make sense? Show your life using the product. I mean, she always says what it does, but she's showing her life with the product, not her life about the product. And that's really important. Okay. Strategy number 5, talk on camera every day, even if it's quick. Face-to-face camera stories build trust 10 times faster. That's the stat. Face-to-camera stories build trust 10 times faster. That means you're going to have to do 10 times more work over the next year if you're not willing to talk into the camera. Okay. So just pretend that you're talking to a friend, because you are. That's what you're doing. You're talking to all your friends that watch you online. Okay. And then some strangers that want to be your friend. Strategy number 6, consistency beats aesthetics. And this is huge, huge. Okay. Your in-person team needs to know. Your team needs to know you do not need, this is what nobody needs. We do not need perfect photos. We do not need fancy cameras. We do not need high production reels, and we do not need aesthetic feeds. Okay. What we do need is consistency, authenticity, confidence, and value. That's all we need. Consistency, authenticity, confidence, and value. That is what we need. I remember many moons ago. Okay. It was when Tina Joy had just started in Trinot, and Tina Joy came awesome. I just want you to know she came awesome. Now she's even awesomer. Okay. And she might be the awesomest at online marketing for real. She is amazing. All right. But when she first came, I remember we were talking about some different people online. And at the time, we were launching Activate. And this was, I want to say she hadn't been here quite a year. Maybe she'd been here 9 months. I don't remember. I'll ask her. But we were talking about, because I had bumped my story views up to 2,000. And I was like, I had other people who were like doing professional photos and other things, and they were not getting the same reaction going on. And Tina was getting a lot. And her and I were just brainstorming one day. And she said, Jen, I am telling you that coming on not perfect is what's getting the views. That's why you and I are having more views, because we're coming on being real of how we are. We're not like being somebody that we're not. And just remember, if you come on and people think that they have to be perfect all the time, it's going to look like too much work to them. Remember, everybody is asking themselves, can I do what she does? Okay. So again, the goal is not showing up homeless. This is not my point. Okay. You want to look like a trustworthy source. And I do love the homeless. I'm not trying to say that. But in business, you do want to be somebody that people would want to follow. But remember that it's very attractive to your audience that goes to work and checks in on a clock every day that you're at home, possibly even in your robe at 10 in the morning. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not saying show up in your robe all day long. You don't want to look like you're not motivated and you never get anything done. But just be you. That's my point. Be you, be real. Don't worry about the professional photos. Maybe you want to get one for your profile picture or something, but I think the more real you are, the better. Okay. All right. Here's your action plan. Okay. This is your action plan. Daily social media action plan for new online builders. This is for new online builders. So this is something anyone can follow. I want you to write it down. This would take you about 20 to 30 minutes a day. Okay. So number 1, you're going to post 5 to 10 story frames in your stories, 5 to 10. Okay. And remember, you're talking into the camera 2 to 3 times in there during the day. All right. Number 2, you're going to post 1 reel a day. 1 reel a day. If that sounds like, oh my gosh, that is way too much, then you're going to do 3 to 4 per week minimum. Okay. This is where I'm going to improve, by the way. I used to be better at than I am right now. So I'm going to improve in this department. Post 1 reel 3 to 4 times per week minimum. I know that Bree showed something one day. It was really cool. She did something in the camera, and I can't remember what she did, but she did it on stories. And then she posted that into a reel. And her stories, only 200 people saw it. And when she did it in a reel, it reached 2.5 thousand people. And that was in within like 2 or 3 hours. And she said, this is why we need to be doing reels, because only 200 people saw it on stories, but thousands were seeing it on the reels. Okay. So if you're hesitating on reels, we got to get good at that. I need to learn how to do the reels. Okay. So Lori, I want you to think about this. I love that you're putting this in here. This would be a great place to invest. So here's what I did when I started network marketing in the beginning. I was doing all my reach outs and everything during the day and while people were alive and active. So when I did my homework, is I did my homework after everybody went to bed at night. And I started staying up really, really late at night to do my homework. Okay. But if you want to know how to do reels, Lori, you could either ask your leader or you could go to YouTube and say, how do I make a reel? Okay. Any of that is going to be amazing. I see you giving thumbs up. I love it. You can also go watch some of our leaders and kind of get ideas from that. Bethany Reyes, she helps us with our social media content in our Telegram channel. And I am not kidding you guys. If I don't know what to do on Reels, I go watch Bethany Reyes because she gives you ideas. If you're in the health and wellness space or whatever, dude, just copy what she just did. Just copy it. Just make it yours. Okay, that's easy. She gives you the trending sound. She's giving you a hook. She's giving you a call to action. Just do, I mean, she shows you exactly what to do. Just set your video camera up and just do it. And who cares if you look dumb? Doesn't matter. There's no such thing. I tell people all the time, you could get in the camera, Lori, and you could go, and you could put it up on Reels. And you know what? At least it's getting out there and people are seeing you. It's better than doing nothing. Okay. So there you go. All right. We're going to continue. And I love that you're interacting and being brand new right now. Okay. Next, you're going to post one value post every other day. And by the way, you guys, for all of these, go to Chat GPT. Tell Chat GPT who you are. It costs you $20 a month to have a really good Chat GPT account. Okay. Lori, feed it the info. I'm Lori. I just joined a network marketing company. It's in the health and wealth space. We also have a travel club. We concentrate on whole food, whole plant nutrition. What I love, my favorite product is a product called Mojo. It's a nootropic coffee. I also love Activate, which is a natural GLP-1 product. Tell them what products you love the most. I am a mom. I am a grandma. I have 3 grandkids. My husband does this for a living, or I don't have a husband and I don't care that I don't have one. Like whatever your thing is, I'm a single mom killing life right now with a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a new baby. And I want to make captivating reels that draw people in, that make them want to join my business and buy my product. Can you make me a 30-day reel content calendar? And they're going to give you all the reels for you to draw people into your audience. Okay. So I can't wait to have a conversation with you, Lori. You're firing me up right now. Okay. So number 1, post 5 to 10 story frames. Number 2, post 1 reel a day, 3 to 4 per week minimum. Number 3, post 1 value post every other day. Number 4, engage with 10 to 20 people a day. That means you are going in, commenting on their stuff. Okay. And if you'll do that before you post your stuff, you will have more people see your stuff. Okay. I would go engage with 10 to 20 people on their content that you want to have join your team. That's what I would do, or that you want to be your customer. Number 5, start 3 to 5 conversations in your direct messengers or your private messenger every day. And number 6, follow 5 to 10 new people in your demographic. Okay. All right. Part 5. You guys, we're almost done. I promise we are almost done. Part 5, what not to do. This protects your brand. Okay. Stay away as much as you can from posting company or product graphics. I like to say I'm a little bit different because everybody knows what I've been doing for so many years. I can kind of get away with it. Jen Lori can get away with it. But the more that you don't show your actual, like if I'm going to talk about Renew, I'm probably going to cover it up a little bit and I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I am taking this right now. These little gems, these little gels, you can't even imagine what they're going to do for me. That's why I'm taking it right now. And I'm going to tell everybody, but I want them to come in and ask me what the reason I don't love this. I don't love this so much. And the reason I don't love it as much as the other way, like it's better to do this than nothing, but people can just go to Trinot.com and they can order there, or they could go to Amazon and order. I don't really want them to know all the things. I want them to have to come to me to get it. Okay. So you can show the product. Like if I'm doing Nourish, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, you cannot even imagine this meal replacement shake. Do you know this has an ingredient that is the same molecular structure as human breast milk? Yeah, I said it. What if you could have liquid gold one time a day? Like for real. We all know, like, it's the best way to feed your babies and get them healthy. Why would we as adults not want that same kind of nutrition in our body? Like, but I'm going to just hold it and I'm going to make it. They can't see what it is exactly. Okay. All right. I think you get the gist. All right. All right. Next. Don't ever, never post negativity. I will come spank you if you do. I won't really spank you. But honestly, no negativity. None. Do not try to make points by being negative online. Not negativity about anything. It is repelling. Positivity. Be a ray of sunshine. Okay. People love happy. People love to be happy. They do. Okay. Also, I wouldn't post graphics. Like when you're inviting people to Zooms, don't post graphics. Don't, like, we make graphics for you, our team, so you know what's going on. But those graphics really aren't meant to be sent out to people. Okay. Again, I don't want people looking names of people up. I don't want them looking a company up. I don't want them looking a product up. I want it to be a little bit mysterious for them. Okay. So that they want more. Okay. Don't post spam links. Don't be inconsistent and don't disappear. The minute you go inconsistent or you disappear, it's like microwave popcorn. You got to start that process all over again. And then a lot of your work goes to waste. Okay. Part 6. This is the last point. Words to shift identity for your team. Okay. If you have anybody who is like, they build online or offline, and now they're kind of worried about building online. Remember, this is not about you being an influencer. It's about you being a trusted guide. When I got that from the pastor that came in, he's like, listen, I realized it wasn't about me being an influencer. It was about me being a trusted guide and leading people to Jesus. Okay. So obviously we're not leading people. That's not the point. But you're leading people to health. You're leading people to feeling better, looking better, traveling better, making money better, right? You're being a trusted guide. Okay. You're not selling, you're serving. You're not selling. Don't have in your mind you're selling. You're serving. The more people you serve, the more money you're going to make, period. You're not performing, you're connecting. Okay. So when you're making your reels, be way less about the performance and be way more about the connecting. Okay. Remember, you are not new at this. You are transferring your existing skills that you have that are amazing to online. And that is the bottom line. It's a transfer of the skills that you're already good at. And if you can think about it that way, you're going to crush it. Okay. That is it, you guys. So the call to action today is today for you to attack that daily list that I just gave you. And I will go post the daily list and power players for you. And if it would serve any of you to have these notes, I can also post these notes in there. Would it serve anybody to have the notes? Okay. All right. Does anybody want to share? Anybody have any aha moments today? Any sharing? Anybody want to share anything real quick before we hang up?